Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. John Boyega will return to Star Wars for Kathleen Kennedy and J.J. Abrams. John Boyega hasn't always had the nicest thing to say about his Star Wars experience, but he's still leaving the door open for a potential return starting with Star Wars The Force Awakens in 2015. Boyega starred in the sequel trilogy as Finn, a role he reprised in The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker. There are various Star Wars projects in development, but the future of Finn in the franchise remains unclear. In a video clip that's spreading online, Boyega was asked about his potential return to Star Wars. He provides a rather optimistic answer by suggesting that he's open to a return, but only if Kathleen Kennedy and J.J. Abrams are personally involved. He also says he'd want the same team to be included, though it's unclear who else he's referring to. Per Entertainment Weekly, here's what the actor said about his Star Wars future. Whichever way, I am open to the conversation as long as it's Kathleen, JJ, and maybe someone else in the team. It's a no-brainer. For better or for worse, John Boyega has been pretty open about his negative opinions about the treatment of his character in the Star Wars universe. Fans will certainly notice that the actor is indirectly suggesting that he wouldn't want to again work with Rian Johnson, who helmed The Last Jedi. In a 2019 interview with Hypebeast, Boyega said how he felt something was iffy about the movie. The Force Awakens, I think, was the beginning of something quite solid. The Last Jedi, if I'm being honest, I say that was a feeling a bit iffy for me. Boyega said I didn't necessarily agree with a lot of the choices in that, and that's something that spoke to Mark, something that spoke to Mark a lot about. And that's Mark Hamill, you guys, a lot about, and we had conversations about it, and it was hard for all of us because we were separated. Last year, Boyega offered further criticism of the Star Wars trilogy, specifically with the mistreatment of Finn's story arc. In an interview with GQ, the actor details how unhappy he felt about where they took Finn following the introduction of the character in The Force Awakens. You knew what to do with these other people, but when it came to Kelly Marie Tran, when it came to John Boyega, you know, fuck all. Boyega said. So what do you want me to say? What they want you to say is I enjoyed being a part of it. It was a great experience. Nah, nah, nah. I take that deal when it's a great experience. They gave all the nuance to Adam Driver, all the nuance to Daisy Ridley. Let's be honest, Daisy knows this, Adam knows this, everybody knows. I'm not exposing anything. Boyega recent comments about a potential Star Wars return also suggest a change of heart from how he felt last year. In an Instagram post last summer, Boyega said no thank you when one fan said they wanted to see Finn back in another Star Wars movie. Not into playing one role for too long. I have more to offer than that. That's all. The actor wrote at the time. Perhaps all it will take for Finn to return to Star Wars, after all, is the right idea along with the right people involved. That's what's happening with John Boyega's return in Attack the Block 2. Time will tell if this ever actually happens. This news comes to us from Entertainment Weekly. And I'm going to see Attack the Block 2 because I love the first one. Now, John Boyega, come on, let's be serious. John Boyega is not going back to Star Wars. What else was he supposed to say? To me, I felt like he should have stood with his stance. I don't like the way Finn was portrayed. I don't like how Finn was put into the arc or the story. I felt like Finn should have been a Jedi. I felt like he should have been a Jedi and Rey should have been the sidekick. But they weren't going to do that. They weren't going to have the black guy as the main role and then the white girl being his little sidekick. That would have pissed off mainstream America and the mainstream media. It would have pissed them off because they're like, you got this Negra being the head of the Jedi because it would have fit better. Look, the woman Daisy Ridley, she was terrible as Rey. Let's just put that in perspective. She was terrible. The story was terrible to me. They used Finn in the previews to make black people come watch it to make them feel like, okay, we got a Jedi. They just did that to get the black dollar because they knew how intricate the black dollar was. So blacks stopped watching it after that. The majority of them, they didn't go back, and that's what messes you up. Star Wars is mainly about story, not about characters. The thing Disney did to mess this whole series up is they tried to make it about the characters, and this isn't Marvel or DC. In Marvel and DC, I mean, excuse me, this ain't Marvel. In Marvel and Disney, Marvel focuses on characters. That's what they focus on. Then they focus on the story. Star Wars, you have to start off with a story. If you guys would have made Finn the head guy, if y'all would have made Finn the main guy, the Jedi, or had Jedi powers, or he was something different, this story would have flowed a lot better. But no, you guys wanted to go into a direction of that woman, Daisy Ridley, because you're like, okay, we got a white woman, yeah, and she can also fight a little bit. Come on, man, stop it. It's trash. To me, John Boyega is lying. I don't believe he wants to go back. I just think he's saying it just to say it, so it could be an opportunity. I think his agent probably told him to clean up all the comments that he made because he probably wants to get him into a Star Wars film down the line. They may redo the whole character in itself. They may redo the whole storyline because the stories were trash. It was. It was a terrible trilogy. The first one was okay. The second one was decent, and the third one was a blowout. I mean, the third one not a blow. I'm talking about the game, but the third one was like whatever. We got to see the Emperor. That's all that mattered. Boom, over. So we have got to understand what type of movies we want to see. Finn, the character Finn was underdeveloped. He was lost. I understood in the first part of the series he's lost, which is understandable. And then the third thing is, you know, it's just the third thing was some of the scenes on Last Jedi was too long. When they were after the casino, I liked the casino, but deep into that was dangerous. So, like I said, John Boyega is not coming back. He don't want to come back, and I hope he doesn't come back. But it's not my dog. I mean, not my dog. I'm saying not my dog, but it's not my business to be into everything that's going on. But John Boyega should have fought for himself, and he should have walked away and not said anything. Just say what he says to fill his top, to fill just say what he has to say to fill his trunk up and everything. So what am I talking about? My bad, guys. Mine over here. But the thing with him is that this was BS. He should have had a bigger role. It should have been him and Ray basically taking on Kylo Ren and everybody. And then I didn't like how they did Snoke. They just treated Snoke like he was a side character, which was stupid. But I agree with Boyega saying that he didn't want to do it again, and I believe he doesn't. I just believe that he wants to do it now because he had a change of heart. But the character Finn should have been a Jedi. Daisy Ridley should have been thrown off the film because she cannot act and she's just always serious and bland. So it's I don't know. We'll see. They're talking about this stuff and everything, but it is what it is. So basically, John Boyega, tell me what you think in the comic section. Do you think John Boyega wants to work with Kathleen and J.J. Abrams, or do you think he's blowing smoke? I think he's blowing smoke. So thank you for listening. Like, comment, subscribe, share this, hit the notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if you like what you hear, you can donate to the page by Cash App me at the word welcome, the number 2, and then HDIITV. Thank you for listening, and we're out. Deezy.